Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious people, for adults. Tarot, which I've done for over 20 years, doesn't predict anything. I have never in my 20 plus years ever seen anyone, myself included by the way, who really could predict much of anything. And certainly with no consistency. So over the 20 years or so, I've been curious, what the hell is the value of tarot? I know you got the people out there going, Satan's work. Nah. You can have a butter knife, and you can take butter, spread it on bread, or toast something, or muffin, whatever. Or you can stab somebody in the eye. The knife is simply the tool. How it's used, that's the deal. And so this idea of you get astrology, numerology, tarot, it's devil's work. Yeah, it can be. Absolutely. And the same thing, by the way, with going to your favorite church or synagogue or whatever mosque. It doesn't make any difference. If the people there are good, you're going to get good out of it. If the people there are not good, you're not going to get good out of it. So I worked very hard over the past 20 years to go, okay, what is the value of tarot? Found out tarot is the science of potential. Doesn't predict anything. It puts potential out there. The reading has a frequency to it. All the cards have a frequency, and I get it down, I distill it down to a single frequency because my job is to communicate, not baffle you. Okay? That's not my point. And one of my complaints I have with people who do tarot, to a lesser extent numerology, but still to some degree, and certainly with astrology, their point seems to be to confuse you. We're going to throw all kinds of jargon at you, all kinds of descriptions and things that you've never heard or may not be familiar with. All of it, I believe, is to fluff up their own ego, and the hell with you. You pick up whatever you can. That's not my point. My point here is to deal with intelligent adults, responsible adults, give you the clear, clean frequency. At the end of the tarot read, you will know what the energy is. Now it's up to you. Remember, potential, science of potential? Now it's up to you to figure out how you're going to apply it in your life. But that's the energy at the reading. Okay? However, I go a step further. I use numerology and astrology, both of which I have done for over 50 years. Again, tarot 20, so I've been doing these things for a little while. Astrology, numerology, they're the science of cycles. Cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles, where it gets really complicated. I mean, there are so many cycles going on. One of the difficulties that astrologers have is to simplify it, and they really don't. They get into their jargon, whether it's to make you think they're so tuned in, they're so smart, it's all bullshit. This is communication. That means I have to try to bring and distill the ideas down in the clearest way I possibly can so that they're easy to resonate with you and they're easy to apply to your life. You understand it. You get it. I'm not here to baffle you with bullshit. Oh, well, this is conjunct this and this is up to your nadir and you got these charts moving around in the houses and oh my God, it's not here to do that. Numerology and astrology, when I believe they apply, I will use that as the setup for the energy in the tarot reading. The tarot reading is the destination because it's the potential. Okay, here's the social stuff we're swimming through right now. That's the astrology, numerology. That's the outside stuff. Inside stuff, your choice, is the tarot. And by the time we're done with the reading, which takes about 15 minutes, you should know absolutely clearly what the energy is, and then you know to what degree it connects with you, and to that extent, what you need to do next. But it's clear, no baffling, no nothing. My job is to communicate with you honestly and completely enough so that you got a good image. Because the point is manifesting, and manifesting is creating pictures in your head, not from some computer or smartphone, none of that. And the reason that's so important, in fact, more important than ever, is the fact that the only thing that's keeping us away from the robots to this point is that we can manifest. They can't do that yet. But you can create pictures for yourself in your mind and then positively or negatively impact your life. Most of the time we're negative. Most of the time it's I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want, oh geez man, if I have that, oh it's too much. And then this stuff shows up in your life and you lead a shitty life and you go, what happened? I must be bad luck. No, you're programming yourself. You're doing negative manifestation. I want to switch you to positive manifestation. Same thing you're doing now with the negative. All you got to do is flip it positive. Tough to do. And that's why these tarot readings are more important than even I realized for some time. We're at a critical point in humanity. We are literally walking a knife edge. And we can fall off and lose it all, or step forward to a much better future. It's in our hands right now. But your individuality is being taken from you every single day. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Let's get to the tarot part. You see the 4 cards are our tarot cards. The one in the middle is the oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading, and today it's peace. Peace. Think about that for a moment. What would you give to have a peaceful life? You're not being threatened. You're not being pushed. You're not being obliterated on some level. You're not being confined. You're self-directed. You're responsible. You're adult. And you're allowed to live to your fullest positive potential. Nobody's going to hassle you. No, nothing. Peace. When you get right down to it, that's the main thing everybody wants in their life. Yeah, I know we talk about good looks, fame, fortune, all that stuff. But the fact of the matter is what we're really looking for is peace. We've been told that if you have all this money, if you have all these things, you're going to have peace. The more money you have, the more things you have, the less peace you have. Jim Carrey, and I refer to this often, Jim Carrey, the actor, said, I wish for everybody to have all the money they want, so they can really see how useless it is. Doesn't give you any peace. People swarm on you like locusts. They want some of that money that you have. They're going to take it from you. They'll do whatever they can for you. You never know if you got a real friendship or real love relationship because the money always gets in the way. And there's the addiction to money because it does give you a little bit of freedom, not much, not as much as you would think. And gives you a lot of attention. But most of the time, not the kind of attention you would really like. But you can fool yourself, right? There's an addictive quality to all of that. But it doesn't give you peace. Peace. That's the main thing. If people had that in their lives would transform. And so that's the energy for today. Up on the right-hand side, the numerology part is 23. That's the number for the card. 23. 2 is decision. 3 is lining up the mind, body, spirit. Taking the energy that you have in your mind, taking the frequency in your body, taking the frequency in your spirit, lining them all up. Just like a finely tuned gasoline engine. You get all the cylinders moving together in the right... Ooh, man, you got power. You get those cylinders kind of out of sync and you got a paperweight. Car or truck isn't worth a damn. So that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to finely tune. You're making a decision. That's what the 2 is. You're making a decision. And the 2 and 3 together, by the way, that's a 5. That means change. You're making a decision to change. And you realize that to change, you got work to do with you. Line up that energy, mind, body, spirit. Here's the meme for today. It has nothing to do with making money, a lot of money, anything like that. It makes you a slave to money. We are conditioned from the earliest time in our life. Money, 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 money. And the people that are telling you this are the people who own all the money. These are the shadow masters. So what they want to do is get you to buy into their system, which is money, which is things, not people, not emotion, not spirit, things, money. When you do that, though, you become a slave to this idea. In fact, you've heard the expression, the love of money is the root of all evil. Absolutely true. And to prove it, there's a lot of information out now, more coming out, about a group of people called the Shadow Masters. These are the people who have been running things for arguably hundreds, if not thousands of years. And they're in their final phase at this point. They have 4 things that they had to accomplish. Number 1, they had to destroy religion. Number 2, they had to destroy national pride. Number 3, they had to destroy the family. And finally, they have to destroy the individual. No creativity, no individuality. You're just a cog in a wheel. You're not even that. You're an algorithm. You're just a number. Destroy religion, destroy national pride, destroy the family, and destroy your individual creativity. And how they do that, what have they used to accomplish these things? Money. Their system, set up their way, and you think you're doing something. Remember, the more you own, the more you're responsible for. You got to maintain the house. You got to maintain the car. That's getting tough to do on both accounts because of what's happening with the economy. There's no win. I don't care if you make $1 million a year, $10 million. It doesn't make any difference. You're still a product of the system. You're still a slave to the system. The deal is, until recently, you didn't know you were a slave. Now I think a lot of people are waking up to it. What you're looking for is peace. Money cannot buy peace. Look at the famous people. They don't lead peaceful lives at all. In fact, I would argue that they're paranoid. $1 billion isn't enough, so I'm going to go 2. And if 2's not enough, I'll go 4. And if 4's not enough, I'll go 8. And 8, you get the idea. That's not peace. So, let's get to the reading. All the way to the left, we got the 7 of Swords. A lot of people, in fact, when I got involved in tarot, a lot of people around me were interpreting the 7 of Swords as somebody who was, you can see there's kind of like tents and stuff in the back. We have a carnival or show or something like that. And this guy was stealing. And after doing tarot for a number of years, I went, that's bullshit. That's crazy. Swords have to do with knowledge, information, truth, your belief system. That's what swords have to do. And you see a guy here taking 5, leaving 2. Well, the 2 always means decision. So the 2 swords that you're going to find on every 7 of Swords card, there are 2 swords separate. That's the decision to walk away. He knows what's true. He's got the 5 truths, the 5 swords. He's making a decision with the other 2. I'm out of here. I'm not going to be lied to anymore. I'm not going to be taken advantage. I'm not going to be manipulated. I'm out of here. I'm done playing the game. He's not stealing anything. And then the next card over is the 5 of Wands. Wands are positivity and joy, enthusiasm, gratitude, big gratitude. Yeah. 5 is always kind of a loosey-goosey sort of a number. It means change. And the 5 of Wands talks about conflict. But just squabbles, bickering, bullshit stuff that really doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. But you got to do it. And that's society today. People are bitching and moaning about all kinds of stuff. They're unhappy about all kinds of stuff. What they're really unhappy with is the fact that they realize that they're slaves. They realize they're prisoners. They realize how helpless they are. Talked about the shadow masters. You know, the people who want to destroy the religion, your nationality, your family, your identity. Just crumble you into ashes. One of the ways that they do this is by lying to you And that's what's going on in society right now. Everybody is just upset about everything. It's perfect. It's the Five of Wands. Bickering, bullshit stuff doesn't mean anything. But because it's the Wands, there's a lot of energy put into it. So you think you're really doing something. In fact, you're taking away your peace. You are taking away your own peace. Time to flip the table here a little bit. This is the next card. We got the Hanged Man. Big deal. Hanged Man says, guess what? I gotta let go. What I've been doing, what I've been thinking, gotta let go of it. Gotta flip the script. Give me a new perspective. But of course, when you do that, when you change the game, you're very vulnerable. You're almost naked. It's like, holy shit, what do I do now? I'm used to playing the game this way. Now all of a sudden, this way I see is the right way. I see this is what I have to do. Whew. Even if you know it's good for you, even though you know you're going to get that peace that you want, it's different than what you're used to. And that's what the Shadow Masters are depending on. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. So being emotionally, spiritually, physically raped is better than you standing up on your own? Okay. That's what the Hanged Man's all about. Flip the script. Let's take a look at it from a different angle. Let's see what we got. But you're going to feel uncomfortable doing that. And finally, we have the Page of Pentacles. Pages always change the storyline. It's like a detective story. You know, you think this is the person who did the crime, and at the very end, you get an extra piece of information, and you go, whoops, it's this person instead. Well, that's what the pages do. And the Page of Pentacles says you're going to finally take responsibility for your life. You are going to step into your life. You're going to maintain your identity. You're going to maintain your freedom. You're going to maintain your independence. You're going to do that by thinking for yourself and deciding to step away, like the Seven of Swords, step away from the game, step away from the system. That's the only way that we're going to make it, all of us. If you think you're going to beat them at their game, you're wrong. So we have to change the game. We got to flip the script. The Hangman. Not going to be easy, not going to be pleasant, because we're used to this other thing, and because I'm used to it, I'm going to keep doing it. Do the same thing, the same way, and expect something different, that's insanity. That's your choice. The main thing in your life, peace. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao manifested reading. Hope you're here with me, because you're the reason I do it. So the next time, between now and the next time we get together, peace and blessings.